And we should be live. Hopefully everyone's doing all right today. We are doing some more Diablo 2 Reincarnated. I'm actually going to probably sell that. Wouldn't mind seeing what some of the other uniques are. But we'll stumble across them as we make our way through. This could be good, but just not for our build. By the way, I just kind of like poke fun at it a little bit. But yeah, it's decent enough. Physical damage reduced by 9 isn't bad. Life after killing a demon would be good if you're farming Act 4. You have decent blocking on it. The faster cast rate is nice. The curses is not bad either, but it is very much normal difficulty unique. But let's go ahead and sell these off. For the most part, I do like the rest of these, though. Magic Find and a little bit of extra gold is not bad. We're probably going to want to upgrade both of these eventually. But extra XP gained, always good. And I will bump it back up to Players 5. Because that's kind of what we've been going through at, so we might as well stick with it for a little while. It gives us a decent number of drops. I was feeling like lackluster with the drops before, so Lower Cuirass it is. We're going to go get the sewers, which is the other part, and we're also going to do the temple here, so we can actually get ourselves some more free stat points, because that's always welcome. I do probably want to eventually upgrade from her, but right now, she's doing fine at this difficulty. Whenever we get into hell, we might actually have to go with a, proper... Let these guys take care of that. Well, we might have to go with a proper mercenary, which isn't a huge issue. It's just one of the many things we have to pay attention to. Oh, and that's a champion. Cool. Cuteness. Anything in here that's good? Well, we can check the belt. I highly doubt it's going to be worth it, but we can check it. Want that gold? I want it. I want all of it. But as far as Lower Cuirass, not too much we can do here. Pretty much just proceed further in. We need to get to the sewers. The sewers are going to be not a terrible pain in the butt because they've actually made it so that these don't have collision with a lot of the environment, which is nice. And I have one hair that is going right into my eyes and it's driving me nuts. So if you hear my voice like go to the left all of a sudden, it's because I'm fighting that. As far as our damage output, it's not great, it's not terrible. Currently we are on Players 5, so we're going to have to deal with quite a bit of chunkiness on the enemies, a little bit of bullet sponge. That comes with higher player counts. I actually don't know how much they've updated the scaling of the player count thing either. That could be something that could be a problem later, but we'll probably just drop it before we go to the bosses, just to kind of make things a little bit easier on ourselves. Now to see which corner it's in. And yes, I did put my runes in the stash. I can speak today. Yeah, I didn't sleep too well last night, so we're just kind of like chilling today. Hopefully everyone's doing all right as we start doing Diablo 2 again for a little while. I don't know if it's going to be a constant thing. We did Diablo 2 for years. So that is definitely something that you guys have been around for a little bit. But do I think I'm going to pick up making guides for it again? If I find anything particularly interesting, yeah. I could definitely make a guide for it. But for the most part, I think we're still shifting towards reviews. Able to speak, see an MP3. Yeah, I was making that joke a lot yesterday. I can hear the potions. How's it going, Shinra? But cover something for too many years straight, and it does tend to get a little burned out, but even still, this is just comfort food for me. We have a circlet. We could go imbue that. If we get another, whatchamacallit, one of the orb things, we can actually turn it into something better. Doing good? I'm doing pretty good. Had a little bit of a restless sleep, but other than that, everything's A-okay. I'm just out here murdering demons in a game that I have way too many hours in. I don't know if I'm going to review the mod yet or not. I'm still on the fence about that. But so far it's been decent enough. Doesn't change a ton of stuff, but it changes just enough that I am noticing kind of like various quirks to it, is probably the nicest way to put it. I can see myself getting lost in the weeds. Oh, and we can stack shrines, apparently. I hadn't tried that before. You've never played Diablo 2? This is not vanilla Diablo 2, just as a heads up. Diablo 2 is a great game. Resurrected is probably the easiest way to get it running on modern systems nicely. LOD will run, but you're going to run into upscaling issues. You're going to need like Glide Wrapper to make it run nicely. Hey, Hugin, how's it going? Oh, and on a fun note, the Let's Play Everything channel is now monetized. Only for channel memberships and like direct donation things. I still don't control the ads on it. That's not until 1,000 subs, but we got there on it. So, pretty happy with that. So, like, if an ad plays on the stream over there, I don't get money from it. But oh, and we got, that's probably going to be just Zerkers. But, yeah, it's just Berserkers. Nothing too special we haven't seen before. Yep, I am a Necromancer. That's generally what I do first whenever I start pretty much any action RPG. If there's a Necromancer class, I will go for it. That's why I went with Witch in Path of Exile. Because they default as having access to summoning stuff. I'm liking having the multiple golems. That's not something you can normally have in Diablo 2. I also should probably check and see if there's been any like development on the Diablo 2 mod for Grim Dawn. That's another game that's up there. That's garbage. That's garbage. Do we bother? I'm going to go ahead and keep it for now. Just because we are collecting set items. And it should make life a little bit better. See if these are any good. Do we have an amulet on you? 14% lightning resist? We don't really care about either of those. Those can just be sold. You have Grim Dawn, but haven't been able to get into it. You think you had problems with your... Oh, on Linux? I don't know if it has... I don't know if they've done any testing for it on Linux. You might have to run it through Windows emulator, basically. My brain went wine, but wine is frickin' Mac. Can you tell I've had to work on Macs more than Linux? Wine is Linux. Proton is a layer on wine. Okay. But yeah, I'd have to go and double check. They are releasing an expansion for Grim Dawn soon-ish, which might break all the mods. Because that happens pretty much every time you get a major DLC or something like that. It's actually one thing I hate about EA and their treating of The Sims. Because what EA, it really does feel like EA is just patching it so that mods break. It's really quite irritating. Go ahead and chunk those away. Pick them up again later. Thought I picked something up. Did I not? Oh, no, I did. I picked that up. It's garbage. Mac and Linux are more alike than Windows versus the others. I've never developed an operating system, and as far as Linux goes, I have not used much Linux. I've used Unix. I know that's not normal, and I don't have it on any of my home machines right now. But I have used Unix about as much as Linux. Mac I had to use because I was an art major for a while. That was back when... That was back before Macs started using Intel processors and stuff. And way before they went over to using like the M1, M2, M3, M4 chips. PowerShell as DOS. Yeah, PowerShell. Let's see. Where is our freaking waypoint? There's supposed to be a waypoint here, my guys. Give me all the amulets. I can re-roll them into rings. There's our waypoint. All that time looking for it. Hugin's excited. Later today, you're going to start new league in PoE 2. Starting fresh will feel nice. Can't wait until what new is added. Oh, cool. I am not a tech guru whenever it comes to stuff like that. I have fundamental knowledge, but I am not well versed on it. I consider myself, at best, an occasional hobbyist whenever it comes to different operating systems. I know which one I need to do what I need to do is pretty much where I'm at on it. And if I happen to like run across something that I need to use Linux for, I'm fine with using Linux. I know how to do command line stuff. Know enough not to be lost is probably the best way to phrase it, yes. But yeah, I keep going back and forth as to whether I think that Path of Exile is going to be worth it. I kind of want to try Path of Exile too, but at the same time, I do bounce off of modern Path of Exile, like 1. So my brain just kind of goes, do I really want to? Because chances are I'm going to bounce off that passive tree. Because in Path of Exile 1, I don't know if it's the same for Path of Exile 2. I haven't looked at the passive tree. But in Path of Exile 1, the passive tree is not complicated so much as it is overly verbose. It is it's a stat thing for me, and that bothers me because it feels like it's wasting my time rather than necessarily being complex. The skill systems in it I love the actual. I keep forgetting to set the spacing on drops. Options. Can I actually set that in here? I don't think I can set it in here. I think I have to set it in game make whenever I'm making it. Yeah, I think I do. But you fools. Get some friends. Yeah, I love the actual like skill system, the orbs and stuff. Chef's kiss. Those I absolutely adore. That is always going to be a ton of fun to me. But it's the passive tree and the one shots. 2 is fun, but it's a bit less complicated. But it's still beta. They nerfed a lot of things for the new patch today. Aww. Generally, and this is not always true, but generally, whenever you're doing balancing on something, you actually want to start with it underpowered and slowly tweak it up to build kind of like a positive reaction to it. Yes, if something's like completely broken, busted, crazy overpowered, you do have to nerf, but nerf should be the last option. Because that'll generally give you a much better... Sorry, I'm trying to like not get killed by the little dolls. The dolls are bastards. Skill system is fun with the host supportive synergies and support gems. Yeah. I know that they've changed a bit about how the skills like work. I think you have like this menu that you go into. Like I said, I haven't gone deep into it because if I experience it, I want to experience it kind of fresh. Like, I don't mind talking about it. It's just I don't want to go like looking up a guide or looking up someone's full playthrough where they're talking their entire strategy and why they're combining these various skills, because I like discovering that kind of stuff on my own. But yeah, Path of Exile does the skill system very well. Last Epoch's skill system is a lot of fun in a different way. Grim Dawns is okay. It's more like Diablo 2, where it's like you just invest. Instead of being connected on your gear, they're connected on a menu, so you don't have to find the right gear anymore to use them. Less complicated. I can understand that. Simplification is fine in that regard. Okay, let's go this way. I'm just letting my minions fight whatever so we get free XP. I just don't want to be next to... If you're wondering what I'm calling dolls, for anyone who hasn't played Diablo 2, dolls are the little tiny skeleton guys with big heads. Orb of Infusion, I think, is for set items. Less complicated in a sense, but you still have... You can still do all the variety, right? Like, if I want to make a fireball tower, I just combine a tower skill and a... Well, sorry, technically, I think it's turret is what they reference in Path of Exile. It's something like that. But you basically combine those two skills with a linked spot. You're not, say, restricted to only using X type of thing with fireball, for example. You can only use... I'm trying to think of a good way to explain it. My brain is not working well today for that. I'm free to combine red, blue, and green gems. Is what kind of where my brain is going. And I do appreciate on the passive tree end of things how they allow you to have 2 weapon swap, like different skill trees for each weapon swap. That does make life a little bit easier on that. Maybe I should go back and do a playthrough of PoE 1 again. I just have had a real hard time liking it that much since Fall of Oriath hit. Fall of Oriath was probably the peak of PoE 1 for me, and I actually enjoyed playing through the difficulties. Since they switched to just one long thing, it felt like it overstayed its welcome. Feels like what's releasing now should be PoE 3. Did we get anything good from that? No, of course not. That is probably the one thing that I have as a gripe about this mod, by the way. The drops are not as engrossing. I don't feel like I should go farm something. The only thing that has really dropped anything halfway decent has just been random trash mobs. So should I just go full clear stuff? Probably. I want to see one thing, though. Do these auto stack? They do not. So they have to be in my inventory to auto stack. That's fine. I don't mind it that much, but I know that's a limitation of what they've been doing, so that's fine, I guess. Okay, Berserker's Hauberk. I'm going to go ahead and take the ones that we already know what they do, and I'm just going to dump them over here to fill space. Same for Nader. Unraveler's Head we go ahead and keep here. I think we're good. But yeah, complicated skills are cool to me. Twitch, why are you this way? But yeah, since we got YouTube monetized, I can actually control stuff on there. Excuse me. I don't think I can play ads. We could experiment with that real quick. Since we do have an ad break coming up on Twitch, I think I might. Found Kalim's heart. I am going to start saving these a little bit. Just so I can use them for actual crafting of stuff. Okay, so we have an ad coming up on Twitch in 40 seconds. I will wait to start the YouTube one until that starts. I want to see what YouTube does. So what I'm going to do is open that up. See if that works. It does, sort of. Hey, Incarnation, what's up? And yep, we're at Act 3 already. I am going to be testing something real quick. I could definitely use your feedback on it. I am going to pop a break real quick on YouTube, and I want to see if it plays ads or if it flags a you cannot play ads issue. It shouldn't do anything because I'm not monetized for ads. Nope, it is Reimagined. It's a mod. How's it going, Riss? And how's it going, Incarnation? Okay, so we're gonna run it for 3 minutes because that's how long the Twitch ads should be. So I'm gonna start that as soon as I see the little pop-up on Twitch. I will not be doing these for the rest of the stream. I'm just doing it now to test it how it works. Just as a heads up. So don't think this is going to be a consistent thing. There we go. I just want to make sure it all works properly. Is it playing an ad? It doesn't seem to be playing an ad on... Well, I have an ad blocker on that one. So it wouldn't play an ad, period. But we'll run it, and I'll see if it pops up. Like, chances are, with the number of viewers we have over on YouTube, it's going to be like 0.003 or something like that. It's going to be nothing. And then we'll end the break after that. I think the ad blocker will block it. Yeah, I forgot to turn off my ad blocker whenever I went to check to see if, oh, is it playing an ad? So I will never know. The test has failed for me. Although it didn't throw up a warning whenever I told it I was going on break. You can also create a highlight video to play during break. You've been listing things before work. I was going to stream last night, but got caught up in the mini PC migration. Happy that even the mini PC has a hardware encoder. Cool. Oh, and Shinra, if you want to talk Linux, Riss streams on Linux as well. They stream variety games. More variety than me. You'll try and hold back. No, talk about it. It's fine. I am always open to chatting about various things. Streams are meant for relaxing, not for just The game and only the game. These are community things. The game is just what I'm working on for reviews. We can talk about whatever. And the archive will be on Let's Play Everything, so it's just going to be random conversation over the game. And usually pertinent to stuff as well, because obviously we can't just always be talking about things other than the game. But we have about 38 seconds left on YouTube, 44 seconds left on Twitch. And if I can get these set up and squared away, that will allow us to kind of set up how things go. And I forgot that Shinra's probably seeing an ad on Twitch right now, so they didn't hear me mention that they can talk to you with Linux. I'm gonna buy some more keys because we only have 8. Can I just shift and right click? Oh, you don't have keys. Where are the keys? Where's the Alicia keys? More trying not to make your PCs your whole personality. Make them your whole personality. Become the machine. Becoming the machine is the most important thing you can do. I kid. Okay, we're back from ads on both platforms. I doubt it actually played any ads on YouTube. We'll figure it out later, but I just wanted to see if the button worked, because I actually hadn't used that button before. And what I can do is I could probably set it up to sync the breaks between platforms so I can actually get proper overlays and stuff going for it. We'll see. And definitely use ad blocker. I hate to say that on YouTube, and they're probably going to be pissed at me saying it, but generally speaking, I am not opposed to the idea of people using ad blockers. It's more important that you enjoy the content, but if I don't have ads on it, YouTube's going to put them on there anyway. Because I don't actually have control over the ads on the Let's Play Everything channel. Think your ad block on your browser blocked the whole thing, so you can't verify? I'll check into it later. I know that it does, that I have a join button now, and I have super chats. So I can set up anything that has those dependencies. I can set up the stuff that has dependency on channel points as well, but I need to figure out a way to get people to be able to see their channel points on the YouTube side. I can't leak the two platforms' channel points. That's impossible unless I go through and manually do it. So that's something that's a little bit out of scope, but as far as on platform, I can kind of do it on a given platform. Let's see. YouTube is really bad about it for you. Your streams get absolutely hammered with mid-rolls for some reason, even though you have mid-rolls disabled. I've been hearing people who have really long-form content running into that. Like stream archives and stuff like that. But I haven't run into it with my main channel. And a lot of the shorter format LPers, like an hour or less, haven't been getting it as well. But they turn on manual mid-rolls and they put like one in there. And it kind of just never gets anything played on it because they put it at an intentionally bad spot. And then they turn off the automated mid-rolls. So it might just be what they're doing to specifically circumvent it. Oh yeah, we need to go, I believe it's in Karrast Bazaar, not Upper Karrast. But I also want to find, ooh, another orb. We're getting them good orbs. So we can make set items. I take it there's not set charms in this. That can go away, that can go away. Like 80 plus to get added automatically. I can look real quick. That's gross. And it hits the quantity limit, it looks like. I think as far as mid-rolls on the main channel, this is transparency here. I will put a slot approximately every 2-ish minutes. That is a slot. That doesn't mean it plays an ad. Because half the time, YouTube thinks it's in the middle of something important because I don't do transition screens. I try and keep gameplay whenever I'm switching topics. So most of the time it thinks everything is a bad place for an ad. Even the automated ads don't like going there. So it usually cuts it down to just like 2 ad slots. And then you have a % chance of each of those being an actual ad. And yes, if you skip ads a lot, it actually reduces your number of ads on the platform. That is something I've been experimenting with one of my accounts on, is I've turned off the ad blocker completely on it. A lot of music channels actually get that a lot too, sadly, Risk. The ones that do the music to sleep to stuff. And Battlemate Serena. And we got a Rawl and an F. But I think there is something about long format that it doesn't like. And yes, on the partner agreement or whatever it is, I forget what it's technically called. There is a line that they say that we are allowed to force ads onto your content. So I do put mid-rolls to kind of prevent that to an extent. Hey, Bells, how's it going? And yes, you can have one of each golem. I could have a blood golem, but I hate the blood golem in this mod. Blood golem in this mod sucks. Shouldn't be so mean about it, but I don't like it. It upsets me greatly. We'll get some magic find, sure. You just need to get in the habit of forcefully disabling mid-rolls. Yeah. I found the book. I get new stats. More life. But yeah, we're trying the Reimagined mod. And thank you for the follow, by the way. That's another thing that I cannot automate on the YouTube side. And it irritates me. I know why I can't. And it's actually because of how YouTube anonymizes the... Toss that in there, transmute that. But it's how YouTube anonymizes subscriptions, because you can actually hide them. So I won't know if people are subscribed or not. No thanks. just no thanks. That's where I'm gonna leave it. Just no thanks. But as far as things go, it's also why I don't say names whenever people follow. But yeah, my brain just completely farted. Where was I at? What's my name? No, I know what my name is. I am Alzorath. I will always be Alzorath. I will be Alzorath even if I get Alzheimer's. But yeah, it's a complicated mess of nonsense. And generally, you kind of have to play with the system to keep the system from overwhelming your streams or anything, really. Just by the nature of how these platforms need to make money to survive. Yes, even YouTube, despite the fact that their primary gain from YouTube is the user data. They need to make money to actually keep it up and running and making sure we have a living on it as well. Oh, and just a heads up, today's probably going to be right at 4 hours, because you would love to know, like, all the things I have to do today. I have to finish writing a script. I have to finish editing that video. I have to write a short story for Dundee, because I have put it off for 3 weeks. I shouldn't have, but I did. And I can't get anywhere. We're not in a good position right now. But yeah, I'm liking this mod. Oh god, I keep forgetting the healer guys. Hi guys, how you doing? I'm just gonna sit here and keep poking you with a stabby bit. Thank you. So I can get out of that corner. Thankfully, these guys can't revive them. Dundee. Dungeons and Dragons. Supposed I need to write a short story about the world that we're in. And I was going to write it about my character's father searching for him. But we'll see. I have a rough idea of what I want to write, but I also have to do... Hey, JS, how's it going? We're about to do Travancal, which is going to take a while as a summoner. Especially considering we don't have everything up to a level where I particularly want it, but it's fine. And yes, I can help them out by throwing crap. Want to see the most redundant thing on an enemy? Most redundant thing on an enemy. Those already teleport. They have it as a natural ability. But yeah, it just feels underwhelming to kill the bosses in this. In original Diablo 2, yes, uniques are actually kind of interesting to kill, but in this, it's just like, okay, we got a guy. And he just drops like everybody else. Now, I do wonder if the council has had their drops altered. Very well. Oh, God. They are murking me. I probably should have turned it back down to players 1 for the council. Can you guys not go charging into death? For just like half a second? There's the Flamberger. You already got the waypoint, so I can pull them back. I said I can pull you back or not. I mean, we are going to chew through them eventually, but I kind of wish our guys would not just go kamikazing off into the abyss. Because they are causing me stress. And corpse cleaning is really fast in this. And I hate that. Because that means that I can't just go back and grab corpses. Okay, you go after him next. Oh, why? That's another reason why having them ignore terrain kind of sucks a little bit, because they're just wandering off over that water watcher.
The temple's dark power is broken.
Their drop rates, not good.
I
Oh yeah, I have to combine all my garbage into one big garbage pile. 1, 2. So you respect a bone last night to test out Blood Golem, and it's actually not too bad. The life on kill that the Blood Golem aura provides offsets the using life instead of mana pretty well. Is it high level Blood Golem? Because I can see that, because it does scale up if memory serves. I needed to go double check that, but if it scales up, that's fine. It's just not my particular flavor, because I have a particular hatred of Blood Curse. Because Blood Curse is a pain in the ass. Okay, so now we have mages out. Well, we had mages out. We no longer have mages out. They squoosh. We are on players 5, so it's not like I'm expecting them to survive forever. It's around 10 with your current gear, max out Bone Spear, and around 20 level 20 teeth. Okay. Kind of wish it was a toned down Blood Curse or something, and just did hybrid stats. But I could see it on some, like, load up on Charms. So you get over that 40 weight and just drop your mana to 0. And then go in with... grab that small charm. Yeah, drop it down so your mana's down in 0, so you don't really have to like think about too much. Can I have some corpses, please? Yeah, this is the downside of not having direct damage myself. Yeah, Teeth is significantly stronger for sure. Was moving through P8 Nightmare Act 1 pretty easily. And a couple Bone Spears to kill uniques and bosses. Yeah, Bone is always strong. People really underestimate it because they see, oh, it only does a few thousand damage. It's magic damage. Magic damage is a workhorse. It is not resisted most of the time. It's usually 0%. Full helm. Let's go ahead and... yeah, we're identifying the small charms for sure. Neither of those are particularly good. They're going to get sold. But yeah, we switched off of Bone. I don't really mind using Bone again. Yeah, Teeth was working pretty good in normal. It was just mana intensive. And I think going Blood Curse, the only downside is that you're going to need to go Vitality instead of Energy, so you're not getting the extra damage on the bone from that. But it is only 1% per, like, what, 2 points or something like that? I can look real quick. Yeah, 1% per 2 energy. This is not the right path, but hey, we can clear some guys out. I should have known it was not the right path because I saw that stuff on the left-hand side. Sorry, yeah, to the left of us. And Vanilla, I think the biggest issue for Bone in Hell was Wave 2 of Bale's minions. Same enemies in Act 2 that were magic immune, if you remember correctly. Yes. Just grab that. Yeah, it is the Greater Mummies, which are basically the undead healers and revivers. And doing this on Players 5 is not giving a good indication of how strong the minions are. I think on Players 1, we'd probably just lose some mages, and that would be the end of it. I am glad that we're getting this many, like, L runes and stuff. I will go with Vitality. And that's our last regular skeleton point. The question starts to become, do we go Skeleton Mage or Skeleton Mastery? I need to get plus skills as well. We are currently not doing well on plus skills. That said, there's probably plenty of sources for it. Yeah, I need waypoint first. If we find the stairs first, I'll just put a TP there. Yeah, there are other magic immune enemies. There's the Wendigos, or if you're getting the Lamesson's Tome, that's the other big kind of wall that you'll have with magic damage. It can bite you in the butt a little bit, but it's not that bad. I think this is going to be the waypoint. Yes. I'm trying to think if there's anything else I would fear with magic damage. It is literally just them and the Wendigos. 30, you went full energy glass cannon build for your testing last night. 0 points into vitality and just enough strength for your gear. Do you have a lot of plus life gear or something, or? Spirit sword, rare, necro shield, peasant crown, etc. Okay. And yes, Mephisto's going to probably be the worst of the bosses, because he does not have a high rate of physical attack. And Dariel's probably the second worst, as far as how frequently she rotates into her physical attack. Because she does love a little bit of poison. Trying to pull them into the room. They're just not cooperating. It's like, okay, fine. You do what you're gonna do. Kill them off. This is, it's been a while since I've done a summoner without teleport. Our old buddy Mephisto and his frickin' ice balls. Or I was sitting around 650 life, had 1 point into each golem, golem mastery, and summon resist just to meet it, just for a few meat shields. Yeah. That's still pretty good life for nightmare difficulty with no vitality investment. Because I'm trying to think how much I would have in Nightmare normally with no vitality. But it's not something I do a lot. Because vitality is usually my go-to stat. For I don't know what to put it in, I'm going to get vitality. I'll take that. There's another increased maximum life. See, you'll take a look at your gear again when you see what you're getting life from. Wasn't really paying attention. I feel that. I've had that happen in a few games, and yes, I do see the stairs down. I was just being blind before. I'm gonna go sell stuff before I go down, though. And I'm also going to do that. Because we do not want it on high player count when going down there. That's just going to make it a slog.
Yes.
Kane,
Good to see.
time to identify all my knickknacks, paddywhack. Okay, garbage. Garbage, garbage. Yeah, not bad, but garbage. Garbage, garbage, garbage. Not bad, but we're going to sell it. Sell you. Yeah, we're going to go ahead and sell that. I'm not going to wait for it to get to the next act. You literally just went from summoner to bone with the same gear. I mean, with the charms that we've been getting, it wouldn't surprise me that you're able to get up to a decent amount of... Go ahead and chuck that in there, by the way. Yeah, with the charms that we've been getting, it does not surprise me that you're able to get up to a decent amount of life. Okay, so we currently have about 500,000 gold. So we can actually do some stuff with it. I'm waiting until we get a little bit higher level to imbue this circlet. We might turn it into a unique. We'll find out later. Oh, wait. There might be a set circlet. That might be a reason enough to do it. But Scout is nice. Because it basically will allow us to choose one item to become a unique or set and use it. So that makes Holy Grailing a little bit easier. Actually, it makes it a lot easier because all you need is a bunch of imbues, a bunch of orbs, and just to go ham on it. Unless I'm misunderstanding how it works. I want to kill Bastard Face. Where's Bastard Face? You changed their spawn locations. They're all gonna be up here with Mephisto. Aren't ya? Yeah. I figured as much. Get down here and follow me. They just nuked all my mages. Got some claws. Sorry. Our skeletons will not survive this, no. I just need my golems to hold out for just a little bit and kill off all of Mephisto's friends. Oh, all the set items. What the crap? Okay. I mean, we already got this one. So I'm not going to bother even keeping that. We've got the set circlet, which is jeweled circlet. That's going to be Eisenhearts. Balance of power. The balance of power has shifted. That is a druid set if I ever saw one. War Staff is probably going to be, yeah, Arcanas. Defiance Aura when equipped. That's actually a decent claw. For, like, really low level. Level 24. You have 135 vitality from gear and charms. Almost every charm you have is plus life or plus bite. Level 52 at the moment. Yeah, this one, it does like giving us vitality. There's the soul stone. I'll go ahead and take the flamboyant. That's how conversion orbs work, but the chances are weighted by rarity. So Templar's Might is still more common than Tyrael's Might. Nightwing's is much more rare than Veil of Steel, etc. Does the... Oh, I'm trying to remember what I would need for that. I'm going to go pop onto probably the site that I use the least anymore. Because I'm pretty sure... Where is that? Yeah, we can make weapons, armor into rares. I don't know if the Ort-Am PGem formula still works in this. But it might not, because you don't get the normal Diablo 2 gems. So those might not be in it, but that would have been a real easy way to get it. Because you wouldn't even need imbue for that. We have none of our minions left, so let's go ahead and get some of those. We're gonna need them for the next act. We need the bodies from the floor. And you are a crack-plated belt. Trash golem. I like trash golems. They do work. It's not one of those things that you really get to use very often. So we've already found our set circlet. Already got eyes and hearts. We don't really need to worry about that or that. We can sell you. Claws go there. And those could just be identified by a cane. Yeah, in theory, you could gamble rare bases from Geet and convert them, or rare base the exceptional elite, convert, etc. Okay.
Hail to you, champion.
It's easier to just farm the rare bases, because what you do is you just overload on Magic Find. And just hit the level 85 areas. And if you hit the right 85 areas, you'll get pretty much anything you could want. Sell you. Why does it look like you have more stuff? You don't, do you? Magic Find potions. That is so expensive. Do I have anything I want? Here's +1 necro skill levels. I didn't even look at the stats on these. Strength and vitality, attack speed, and just damage. That's a decent amount of damage for a maul. A normal difficulty maul. Yeah, we haven't matched any of our sets. We've just been getting like one off from each of them. So I should be rolling my base sets, I think. Just to see if I can get these. I should actually look up what the other parts of the set are. I think this is going to be a decent one for us, if I had to take a wild guess. The Jakira feels more like possibly a Amazon set? Judging by the names? That feels like a Druid set by the names. That's obviously a Sorceress set. This feels like a Paladin set. This one looks like it's going to be Magic Find or something more like Aratha's. Are rare enough that you'll likely want to be specific about what you want to use them for. Same for assemblage orbs. Okay. I'm going to load up the wiki. I'm going to go to the set items because we actually have a set roll. We want to look for Jeweled, which is Snowmane. See if that's actually... That is not how you type that. There we go. So it's a circlet, a plated belt, a ring, and a necklace. And it looks like it is just skills and resists. So just a good all-rounder set. We don't get +1 all skills until the full set, though. And it's both a ring and a necklace, so that's going to make it really hard to get. And, of course, infusion orbs just turn white items to rare or magic jewelry to rare. Okay, so infusion is a good one to get as well. I didn't even think about that. Yeah, we need to turn... for some reason, I was thinking it was the other one. Conversion, I think, is what it is. Assemblage is unique. Conversion... No, assemblage, I think, is set, isn't it? I don't remember. I've only ran across one of each. We do have enough of those. I can get myself started on an Ort stack. Assemblage is set. Yeah. Conversion is unique. I do find it funny that we have gotten literally one of each. I might want to put that on her. What does that have? Strength and vitality? Nah, never mind. Not gonna bother with it. I should probably look up Necromancer sets now that I think about it. Delete that. Necromancer. Hades Underworld is exceptional. Exceptional for Dark Necromancy. That's elite for that. Okay, so most of the Necro ones look like they're exceptional or elite. Because we have 5 Necromancer sets listed. Hades Underworld looks like the one we'd probably be going for first. With Dark Necromancy being also not bad. Maddie's is kind of insane if you look at it. Yeah, that one's got some elite items in it. But, so that would be like endgame. That is definitely a Bone Necro one. 5 all skills, 5 Bone Spear, 50% resist all. Cannot be frozen. Bunch of Bone Spear on the wand. I mean, sorry, on the gloves. Does it actually have... Yeah, it has an unearthed wand as this thing. Additional Bone Spear projectiles. And some of those on the Overseer's skull as well. Yeah, it's very much bone. It has Blood Golem going. So yeah, they were intending Blood Golem to be the Bone Necro. Shit up. You guys just take care of them. I will make bodies from your corpses. Now, I think I am going to go Skeleton Mastery next, just to make these skeletons tankier. It's just for clearing out the normal areas. We're still going to just be using golems for the rest of it. It doesn't seem like it has much in the way of normal difficulty boosts. Amazon has like nothing. Assassin has... Yeah, Amazon, Assassin, and Barbarian all got 1. Druid has an additional 3. Necromancer has an additional 4. Paladin gained 2. And Sorceress has not gotten a class-specific set. Kind of like the... I believe... No, even... Everybody else has gotten one except for the Amazon... I mean, except for the Sorceress. That said, Sorceress's Talrash's is already good. But yeah, there's a it's a number of scrolls. Anyway, let's start taking care of these guys before I just get completely distracted looking at a wiki in the middle of a stream, which will happen. I will rabbit hole on stuff I need to not. So basically, the orb that we have is literally just turn thing rare. And I can see myself farming up stuff for kind of peak builds on this as well. It's just a matter of time investment that is the big issue. Okay, Iron Golem versus that. Everybody else versus this stuff. As long as we don't get gloams, I am perfectly fine. Do. I do love the replenish on this dagger. I don't know if they always spawn ethereal. I suppose we should go look at that to see if we got really lucky, or if that's just what they always are. On the splinter beams. Wow, I cannot type T's. A splinter beam does not say it's always ethereal. So we'll probably keep that. Make a throw barb or something. Get a second one. Now here is a question that might be worth thinking about. Whenever you use those orbs, do the items maintain their ethereal or non-ethereal nature? I don't think sets can be ethereal, but can I please have control of my mouse? Thank you. I don't think set items can be ethereal, so that already rules them out there. But for uniques, that would potentially be a way to get some kind of cool stuff going on. I should probably go make another trash golem. Yeah, I think we're on. Yeah, we're still on players 1, aren't we? Yes, we are. We'll probably stay on players 1 for most of this act because there's things to fight in each area. Oh, we found Legion. Oh, he's got friends. Cute. You lost dinner for a few? Oh, welcome back. Yeah, I was just wondering if items keep their ethereal nature. Like if you have the one that turns it into a unique and you have an ethereal rare, can you just upgrade that to the ethereal version of the unique? Ethereal was a fool to have trusted him. Yeah, probably was. Look, a gloam. I hate gloams. Okay, Iron Golem, you're broad. Actually, oh, yeah. I have to identify it first. So we're just going to do crap first. Okay, now we just need to go around the edge again. And yeah, my internet might be spotty later today. So I'm trying to get this done and get us through normal difficulty at the very least, just in case, because I don't want to end up in a situation where we're almost there and then it crashes and corrupts my character. You believe an ethereal rare will lose ethereal if you orbit. Okay, that would make the most sense. Because there's a lot of crafting recipes that you can do on ethereals as well that will remove it. That said, one of my favorite things to do is to get a ethereal dimensional blade and upgrade it to an ethereal phase blade. For the memes, there's only very few things that you can get that are better than just... Yeah. All right. Peanut went down the wrong pipe just a second. We're good. There are ways to force items to go ethereal later. The game queue recipes and whatnot. Don't want to spoil anything. Okay. That's understandable. Peanut down the wrong pipe sucked just then. My eyes are still watering. But that's cool. For some reason, I doubt it'll let me do it with a phase blade, though, because phase blades are indestructible. But maybe it does. Okay, we're just looking for the stairs down. We're not really worried about most of the stuff up here. Yeah, it was my mistake for trying to quickly sneak a... They're not even fun size. They're like unfun size Snickers. It's the size of like the tip of my thumb. Size Snickers. I was like, oh, I'll just grab it and go while we're waiting for this stuff. No. Okay, let's see. You need to die. Thankfully, we don't get gloams here. I have to say, probably there is one thing worse than like an actual piece of food going down the wrong pipe. It's whenever like some spit or something goes down the wrong pipe, because then you're just like talking along, and all of a sudden it's like you just look like you're just dying in the middle of a sentence. No reason for it whatsoever. Yeah. Oh, fun fact. You mentioned that bows don't have durability. As far as the game is concerned, like as far as like recipes that require interacting with durability and stuff like that, they don't. It just won't interact with bows. But bows do have a hidden durability value. They have a hidden durability value essentially that never goes up or down, but it's there whenever you find the item. You can peek at it with things like Go Mule sometimes. Or at least you used to be able to. I don't know if you still can. But with like older versions of Go Mule, you were able to see how much durability the bow had. It never goes up or down. It's not one of those things that's a problem. It's just, it has the field filled in. It just never calls to it. That's one way that you're able to tell, like, if a bow has dropped as a failed unique. They might have changed it in Diablo 2 Resurrected. But that is old school Diablo 2. You actually had that in there. I think it was just for continuity between the item types. And you can't get indestructible or anything on them, so yeah. Diablo 2 is not the best programmed game. It's programmed fairly well. It has a lot of quirks. That one ranks right up there with the fact that the game basically, when you're playing single player, right now we're playing on a server. You want to know where that server is located? On my computer. I am connecting with a client to a game server running on my computer. You can have lag in single player. It's very rare. We have died to it, but it's very rare. There is, I would have to go look up which episode it was. It was one of the Amazon playthroughs we did back in, I want to say 2016 or 2017. I want to say, might have been 2018. It was one of them that we did, and we got shot in the catacombs by a fireball that didn't actually hit us because we lagged. Yeah, it's convoluted. I have been tempted to get back into like working on mods, but it's just straight better for her. Outside of a few classes in college, I know next to nothing about coding. I used to know a lot about programming. I was a computer science major focusing in on software engineering. Didn't finish my degree, unfortunately. Extenuous reasons. But basically speaking, I knew how to program, but now I'm going back and doing C# and it's like, I know basically what I want to do, but when I was programming, it was C++. We would do C and C++. I don't think C# was even a thing back then. And I've programmed in BASIC and I've programmed in Perl. But I wouldn't be able to like even make a sorter these days without looking stuff up. It's been that long. It is not like riding a bike. Those memories have been replaced by things far less important. And far less useful. Yeah, that's one reason why I use StreamerBot instead of coding my own completely from scratch bot to do the chat stuff and automation and things like that. So I just have to use C# to do it. At least it's semi-familiar. And I always sucked at pseudocode. Which people will laugh at me for it, but my brain works more in just like a series of instructions kind of way. So I end up in a situation where we're gonna go ahead and grab, I think, yeah, this is fast stove. Yeah, my brain just works more in the way of an actual series of it does this, then that, than actually sitting there and writing it in plain English. I work well with lists. I do like Hephaestus's arsenal, how they look. They look just mean. What's his face down in whatchamacallit? Not the butcher. My brain is farting on his name. The one we get the malice from. Might be better for mercenary. Yeah, I'll go ahead and put it on her. But yeah, it's just been so long that my brain just doesn't actually remember most of it. I guess it is an advantage that my brain does work in more pseudocode and graphs kind of things than necessarily converting, well, not pseudocode, an actual code style rather than graphs. Wow, I cannot speak today. Code style rather than pseudocode, or it works in graphs. There we go. Jesus. Apologies for my brain not working well. I'm slightly tempted to keep these flawless and normal gems just to see if I can break the mod. I mean, we have some perfect ones. Those can just go in. The Raven set, fun to play with on Druid. Sweet. We're going to clean some stuff up real quick.
Yes.
Okay. Do we care about any of those? Not really. Okay, so Neph rune. Oh, that's not a that's not a stacked rune. Okay. There's our stack Neph. So which of these do we have that's not stacked? And I'm not sure what it's indicating with the color. It might be tiers of some sort. But yeah, and tall we can stack. Neph I need to turn into it. Yeah, the question is, can I actually do any of the formulas that require using these gems? That one we already can just put in there. Let's see. Do I have a recipe I can think of that could use those? Don't believe the flawless chip whatever gems work for anything in the mod anymore. Believe everything has to be pulled from the bag to use bag credits. Did they actively remove the original recipes? Because if you don't actively remove these from the recipes, then people could still indirectly use them. They are modified to show that, so they might have actually done that. Let's see. What size gem do I need for that? Let's just go ahead and open up that. I don't have anything I can do a lot. Okay. 3 flawless. Do we actually have 3 flawless? We do not. So we can't do anything with that. P Topaz doesn't work in any of the crafted recipes. So that doesn't work. Crafted only works with the... I can get you the list. Because, yeah, blood is ruby. Hit power, I think, is Amethyst, isn't it? No, it's Sapphire. Amethyst is Caster. And then you have safety is Emerald. I didn't actually go and look through the text files. That would actually be a really easy way to find that stuff. Just pop into the TXTs and clear out whether that is a thing or not. We're at currently 23 in that. I'm not opposed to avoiding trying to break things. Oh yeah, I can only do one at a time with this, because they're not the special gems. Yeah, we'll just toss them in there. I'll try not to break it too much. Junk gems, all of these can be sold, I think. Yes. We're almost up to like the base charm limit though.
What do you need?
I'm not going to like be harsh on them for having that stuff in if it's still in. It's not the end of the world. This is a mod, not a standalone game where I should actually bother critiquing them at that level. Okay. Okay, we are level 30. We'll go ahead and grab a fire golem. Just have a third. That can go up to 25. I keep forgetting the max level is 25 now. So we get 11 skeletons. Garuvi. Okay, so that's 6 and 7. Ta-da! We now have 3 golems. How much do you actually go up for on each level? It won't tell me until we get to the next one. 400 life. We do need to actually bump their life up. That's a no duh. There we go. And yes, I will be uploading these as 1440p as well later. But I'll keep them live as 720p ones so people can see like all the breaks and stuff. And that fun jazz. I say fun jazz. Breaks are not fun. Breaks are good for getting circulation back in your body, though, which is one of the reasons why I'm considering those as something that I want to do regularly. I have been slightly tempted to turn off ads. Well, not turn off ads. Turn off mid-rolls on Twitch. But if I do that, then, yeah. Twitch just takes all the pre-roll money. Which is really... I know why. And I can't blame them for it. Because, yes, if all you're running is a pre-roll and you're streaming for like 6 hours... and you're getting even just 5 to 10 people, you're going to be costing Twitch more money than they get off of you. Which is kind of bleh. I keep burning out all my mana because I'm an idiot. Go ahead and drink. Oh, I need to stack my potions up. Okay, so we've got 11 of you. Let's go and get some more friends there. And I do like that this is... I think it is boosting their damage. Yeah, they get damage from skeletons as well. So getting them both up seems like not a bad idea. This should be a dead end. I just want XP. Give me experience. I demand it. I do still find it weird that they essentially... I don't know if they made it a new item or if they just renamed the old item, which is probably just renamed the old item. But why they went through the trouble of making those MP whatever. Unless they included a filter. I don't think they included a proper one. I think all they included was... Let's go ahead and just murk all you guys. All they included was changing the name so it's a little bit easier to spot items. A filter would let you actually, like, just cut out potions. We're still getting good XP. So I think the XP curve might have changed in normal as well. I'm gonna throw you over there. Let you get us some more money. Well, more XP.
I need mana.
If the fire golem wasn't so expensive, it would be fun to fire grenade with them. Unfortunately, we are not going to be sitting on enough mana to do that. That used to be a very annoying thing to do in PvP. So let's go ahead and get a little bit more vitality. We'll be up to like 500 by the end of Act 4. I mean, sorry, the end of Act 5. I think I want Skeleton Mastery for a while, because our Skeleton Magi are just crumbling way too fast. Our regular skeletons are doing fine. We could go in on this, but... Does it? Oh, it finally has more than 0 base lightning damage. Congratulations. Act 5, I might bump it back up to Players 5 for the XP. Because Act 5 in vanilla is you gain so many levels just going through Act 5 if you just bother to kill the stuff. And yes, I forgot to check the audio on the last stream. I have been... My sleep schedule has been somewhere between ass and non-existent. Damn. You jerk. I'm going to continue to forget to pick up potions because they're not named potion anymore. Part of me also wishes I could have multiple mercenaries. That would require upping the difficulty a lot. And I'm not sure how you'd actually mechanically do it without a code change. But I think it'd be hilarious to be able to have one mercenary from each act. So you're just in here with a party. It would give very Guild Wars 1 vibes. Because while there's still people playing Guild Wars 1, generally speaking, if you want to do any party stuff, you're gonna have to get the AI companions. And I say AI as in computer played, not AI as in generative AI. Generative AI can suck a nugget. I'm also very glad that they did not put Iron Maiden back on the Oblivion Knights. Iron Maiden is a bitch. Okay, do I need bodies back? Yeah, just a few. But I am liking having the posse here. Not even having to do any kind of special nonsense of teleporting around or anything. Although it would probably be handy still. Can I have my Grand Charm? Thank you. Faster run walk. It's actually a reasonable one. They bumped that up. Why? Oh, the clay golem's poisoned. Oh, that's why. I was like, why is the clay golem not? It's because he's got the poison. And I've got the remedy. Just summon a new bastard. I remember when I was just looking at it. Currently, there are 654 people watching Diablo 2 Resurrected. I remember when there were like 10,000. How the mighty have fallen. But yeah, Twitch viewership is not always an indicator of the survival of a game. It's kind of like the stock market is not always an indicator of the health of the economy. Until it goes absolutely apeshit. It's only when it's in the extreme stages that it's an indicator. It floating around in the middle going up and down is just people gambling on stuff. For the Twitch example, that's people gambling on that being the next little hint of a big thing. Oh no, a swarm of enemies. Whatever will I do? Not be intimidated in the least. Now watch Diablo spawn with a posse or something. That'd suck just a little bit. Okay, we're doing... Oh, we're at max poison resist. I didn't even realize that. Not at max of any of the resists that matter for this, but we're at max poison resist. Let's see. There we go. We'll pop that open. And trying to get this to actually work, you bastards. Wanted to see why that was at the top. Oh, it's just recommending everything. I don't watch that. Why is it at the top? Okay, so I want to top everything off. We're going to grab a few potions as well, just in case. Because we're probably going to need them for summoning up golems. Because the goal is plop a golem in front of him, let him punch it. That is our strategy for every freaking boss. So we need the mana for it. And I will go... I'm probably going to go clay. Just because I can quickly rotate to it. Not even death can save you from me. Say goodbye to all of our skeletons, by the way. And probably Amp Lisa as well. As I summon the fire golem right into the middle of it. Yeah, lightning will just one-shot him, but he can survive the fire wave. Okay, so we're doing a little bit better there. You get a clay golem. And there we go. Another boss down. Not great drops from him, but they'll work.
I have bested you.
It's a Saru's. That's better than what she's got. I'll throw a Hisaru on Amplisa. A little bit of cold resist, not going to hurt anybody. We got Venom Ward. Oh, no, we didn't get Venom Ward. I thought we got Venom Ward. Okay. A Shattering Blow. Crushing Blow, Deadly Strike. Increase attack speed. Do we care about that better than Might and plus skill levels? We might. Because giving her some Crushing Blow and increased attack speed might be semi-handy. And that leaves me wondering... Oh, that's still Blast Spark. Hey, I was hoping it would be something different. It was not. Blast Spark is still decent. We're going to throw it into that pile because we already know what that is. Gemini Coat, you come up here with us. That's going to get sold. Let's go to our belt. How many L runes? We're up to 7 L runes. That reminds me. I'm slightly curious how that video is performing. Every now and then there's a video that I released where we crafted El Tazad. Yeah, it's currently at 17,000 views of just crafting El Tazad, which I still don't understand the appeal to that. It's very ASMR, I guess, but
Good evening.
I'm not going to sit there and like do them all from L. It's literally we crafted L and then we crafted the next one up to that. Because it would take how many years to actually do just of solid L's, and you'd have to cheat them in because you'd also have to farm. I think it's 14 million some odd L runes. Let's see. Anything good in here? That can just go into the junk pile. That can... We could turn that potentially into Bloodletter if we do a Barbarian. But we'll probably find more of those. Okay, so these are all just basic crap that we know from the base game. These are all new things. And we go to Act 5.
Hail to you, champion.
Do I care about the faster run walk? We're going to put it there for now. I'm probably going to end up selling it because I don't care about it that much. And we're looking okay on potions. Could buy a key ring if we wanted to. I'm probably not going to need that for a long time. Unless they can start dropping in normal. I might need a new gem bag eventually, but right now, no. Only thing we have left to do in normal is just kill stuff and imbue something to get rid of the glowy gold. Yeah, I'm shocked one of the skellies survived too. Usually they just die as soon as the Nova comes in. They all just turn to dust. Ashes to ashes, dust to dust. No more skeletons.
Good afternoon.
There's no more to it. I can't think of anything to rhyme with that in a proper way. Because I am an articulate individual.
If you're
We could do this. I mean, we have the money for pretty much anything we want. Oh, Defiance Aura when equipped. Unfortunately, it doesn't stack with the Defiance Aura from the Clay Golem. So we can get auras as a base blue mod. Kind of an interesting prospect. I'll just make another trash golem. Oh yeah, we need to talk to Creepy Man.
A necromancer. While I admire your courage in seeking out the darker side of magic, we really have little need of your skills.
Okay, off to rescue some hairy barbarians, I guess. You are Qualkek. You are a very iconic voice in this game. Didn't realize how much of a delay YouTube is on. Guess we'll switch over to Twitch. Ah. Is there a big delay? Or did it just fall out of sync? There should be about... Let me go check. The delay should be less than a second. Let me go double check. It's about 10 to 15 seconds for you. Ouch. The 1002, 1003, 1000. It's a good 4 seconds for me, so yeah. My previews are showing 4 seconds, so that's not good. I have monitor windows up so I can actually see the streams, but have we really not gotten any metal from these guys? Come on. Give me some trash so I can make my trash golem. I want to have my dumpster fire. Worth noting, as far as channel growth goes, Twitch is generally going to be... Oh, there's some trash. Preferred because of how the different algorithms work. YouTube's algorithm is kind of like click-through rate based, sadly. There's not a lot of click-through rate on the stream. It just ends up with one of those getting kind of just shoved into the abyss. Whereas on Twitch, it bumps us up the ranking if there's more people just sitting in it. But yeah, for me, there is a like 4 to 5 second delay, and I don't know why, between Twitch and YouTube. Usually it's a lot better than that, but YouTube gets funky sometimes. And experimenting with that one break might have actually thrown it off as well. You lurk on YouTube and talk here. Much appreciated. Worth noting, currently YouTube should still be ad-free. Should. I say should. I can't control YouTube. They don't like long streams. They will put ads on them. Especially since I'm not fully monetized. I am a minor partner. Though I find how quickly they approved it to be stunning. If you use the RTMP plugin, you know that you can get a fairly big delay, usually solved by refreshing the stream. The thing is, YouTube's the primary stream, as far as that plugin's concerned for me. So, it renders for YouTube and then sends that same render to Twitch for me. Which, I would think would put YouTube head. I render it the same for both. Let's see. Yeah, let me refresh my dashboard over there and see if I still have the delay. I have a convoluted mess of a streaming setup. I'm sorry. It is. One thing you prefer about YouTube is you have premium, so no ads. Always just sub over here to avoid them. Yeah. Generally speaking, if you watch Twitch for more than 2 people, get Turbo first. I know that as far as just monthly watching, that's generally going to be less money in streamers' pockets, but it's a way better deal for you to just get the Twitch Turbo and just not have ads on the entire platform if you're subbing for more than 2 creators. So that's why one reason why generally on Twitch I'll straight up say treat subs as either a tip for emojis or a tip for the streams. Because I would not be surprised if eventually, and this is going to sound very pessimistic, if eventually subscriptions as we know it on Twitch don't exist like we know them today. You always forget Turbo exists. Yeah, I guess my pessimism is offset by the fact that Twitch does not know how to market shit. But that's a whole other discussion. Yeah, Twitch has got problems. But I wouldn't be surprised, yeah. And I wouldn't be surprised if non-affiliates end up getting... Let's kill these guys real quick. Ads by the end of the year. Kind of how YouTube is done with their videos and how non-partnered channels actually have to... They'll just have ads, but they won't get the revenue from it. Because it's expensive to... The bandwidth is expensive. Storage, it depends on how much you're storing. YouTube's level, yes, it is expensive. But on a per gigabyte thing, usually it's not too bad. I need to be on the lookout for managed potions as well. This act always feels like I'm just constantly punching something. Yes, welcome to the Twitch side. Really am surprised I have not ran across some mana potions since saying that, because we've killed a decent number of enemies. And when we get to Nightmare, I will totally be grabbing a Thorns Mercenary, so I don't have to keep casting this. I'll be able to switch over to amp damage, and I'll be very happy. I'll take it. It's better than nothing. Oh, a Mage Plate. I'm sorry. For some reason, my brain saw that as Mage. I was like, Mage Plate? Nope. That's a Mace. God. I'm so taking a nap after this. Oh, it's a lieutenant. Thanks, Lieutenant. Reporting for duty. Could be upgraded into... I'm trying to remember the name of it. One that casts Meteor. Skyfall. Why do I remember that? Okay, I'm gonna get some more miniones. Skill level, go ahead and up that. How are we looking? 85 life, 365 defense, not life. 234 life. Okay, not doing too bad. We are probably just going to continue on past Jank after killing him. We're not going to worry about a lot of this. There's a lot of lieutenants in here. Do I have... There's a helmet. Yeah, he's like 6 to 8 lieutenants. Okay. Well, don't worry. So do I. I have a few dozen. I make the army. The army makes me. Weirdly, I don't feel the urge to go after all of his lieutenants, but... because they don't drop. I just need to get out of the mindset of pursuing the unique enemies, I think. Because that's where my brain is. It's like, oh, I see a unique enemy, I should go over to it. It doesn't really benefit me to.
Afternoon.
Hey, Kane, identify my garbage. Thank you.
What do you need?
No one ever listens to Kane. It's just like, identify me, bitch. Okay, not great. Not great. Not great. Death Dart, not great. And the Jewel, not great either. We're starting to build up the trash pile for crafting. That is definitely on my important list. Got those in there. We still don't... we need a soul rune is what we need in all this. So we can make a lore helmet. That's my highest priority. And I do actually like normal Act 5. It's a lot more relaxing than Nightmare in Hell Act 5. In Nightmare in Hell, just the variety of enemies makes it a bit more stressful just in general. Battle staff, we can sell. I should probably be hoarding up some money because some of those items, like the potions for... grab that. The potion for magic find and stuff like that and Sunder is really expensive. I have a feeling by Nightmare in Hell we're going to be swimming in gold, considering we're already over 500,000 in freaking normal. And I haven't even really been trying. So I think prices might have been tweaked as well. Now, do I care about Abaddon? Probably not in normal. I do want to eventually go in there just to... let's see if this is any good. Nope. Eventually go in there and see if they've changed anything, but... chances are they've not, because of how map generation works. That's just a full axe. Yay! 1, 2. We're good up there. Keeping track of what I've lost is a challenge for me now. I am noticing that I am way worse at that than I used to be. Used to be able to just look up there and be like, oh, I know I need to summon 2 of this, 3 of that. I'm like, how many can I summon of this? Be free. I want my Rowlort Tal. And yeah, we need to get mastery. There's our second one. Third one, I think, is going to be further up because we ended up with an early portal. Usually it's 2 on one side of the portal, 1 on the other, but we got an early portal. It could be right there. If it is, I will eat shit and grab it. Also, I have noticed that YouTube is a bit more strict as what's called on what is considered an active viewer. I've been experimenting with it on your stream, Riss. Just seeing when it counts me as a viewer and whatnot. I have my laptop open to another person's stream at the moment as well. So if I have more than one stream open on here, it actually doesn't count both of them. So there is an IP limit, but it's kind of a weird one. I heard a jewel. There's a jewel. And there's numero tres. It'll be free. Return to Qualkek for your reward. No. I'm not gonna bother. Qualkek is not important to me. He's gonna give me 3 runes. I can get them in a year and a half. They'll still be 3 runes. I have had that happen before, by the way. I've gotten through a difficulty and just not looked back. And then came back ages later. And just happened to talk to Qualkek, and he gave me runes, and it just dropped on the ground. Because my inventory was full. Only had it happen, I think, once that I've noticed. If it's happened other times, I didn't notice because my inventory wasn't full, and I was just like, why are there runes in my inventory? Okay, we'll identify you, see if you're any... you're not. Are you worth it? No. I am garbage. I'm not sure what the game is telling me it wants me to make. Kind of hovering between assassin and sorceress. Really haven't gotten much in the way of necromancer stuff. And I do like that all gems are kind of equal in the eyes of the game. So I just load them in the bag and I can pull out whatever I want. So if I want a bunch of skulls, I can go with a bunch of skulls. I can go pacifist for the rest of the game if I want. I don't want to. Not with this particular build. Wouldn't mind doing it with a sorceress. But considering how far in we have to get gems, it would be more challenging in this mod than not. Remember that happening a few times to you? Yeah, it's like he's not important enough for it to matter. It feels very weird and kind of insulting to him, but my dude, your reward, it's okay. It's the tutorial for rune words is what it is. It is literally, put this in a shield, make rune word. It's the closest this game gets to a tutorial. It's going to be Siverbs. Oh, it's Corgina's. Okay. We've got 2 of Corgina's now. The orb and now a shield. I'm just imagining a corgi dressed up as a sorceress at the moment. Ah, you're not overburdened. You're just horribly organized. think we already have that. Do we not? First time you got them, it was like, okay, I'll throw them in a shield, put them in the wrong order, and said, okay, there's a little resistance. I don't even remember what I did with my first ones. Why am I getting messages? Oh, I guarantee you I know what that is. Thankfully, my text message thing usually isn't picked up by the... Yeah. Just thank you for not defaulting on your bill. Congratulations. Yeah, we have 2 of these. Is one better than the other? New one's better. 45, 15, 15. They're the same on that. So Kane, identify so we can sell the rest of this stuff. Wait, I need to move... Did we already move it over? We did, okay.
Evening.
Whew, I was like, I'm going to end up actually accidentally selling that, aren't I? Okay, Corgino's Ward we don't want to sell. Because that's the first time we've actually gotten 2 from a set. What? What? Ruh-roh. Okay, now we're up to 30 gems in there. Not that I'm probably ever going to... Oh, I went through the wrong spot. Not that I'm ever actually probably going to use them. Not terribly high on my list. Let's see, Ariat Plateau is the next one. Yeah, we do have a waypoint up here. The question is, am I going to find it? Usually I just run through these areas until we get to Crystalline Passage. I do want the XP, though. I really am... Another thing worth noting, I'm actually surprised that Diablo 2 is considered a mature-rated video game by Twitch standards. I know it's mature-rated by the ESRB, and that is probably why it's there. But... there's way worse stuff that just is in normal circulation. Word of advice for anyone who gets streaming: invest in a good insulated water bottle. I have messed up Ancient's Pledge. I just don't know if I messed it up the first time. I think I looked it up on Ariat Summit. Make sure I got it right. I still think 1.09 was the best patch for Lord of Destruction. There are other good ones. Lord of Destruction was good for most of its life, and it still is good. There's actually some decent mods in it as well. But 1.09 was the most fun. I know a lot of people who quit after that. Okay. Yeah, I do find it that we're getting really clumpy drops. We'll go for like a long stretch of time with absolutely nothing that's like 2 or 3 set items and a unique and stuff like that. Nope, we didn't bust through anything. This way! Bash down the door! The Hodor. That's another thing that was disappointing in the end. I did finally watch it. It was way after it finished releasing, so I was already prepared for the last season to be completely like awful to watch. But I don't think the final season's storyline was the worst I'd ever heard or seen or anything like that. Wasn't my favorite, but it wasn't the worst ever. The thing that threw me off was just the bad lighting in it. It was, I agree with people who say it's like damn near impossible to see those last few episodes because it's just pitch black. Yes, that's how it would have been if you were there, but that's not how you do cinematics. Cinematic experiences should be, you know, perceived. Just random like streamer thought here. Another thing I want to test out, and this would be a lot harder to do, would be to actually test how well it closed captions Twitch versus YouTube. Because the closed captions on Twitch are done by Google, but it's done by a different system at Google than their YouTube one. Oh, fun fact about this. The only reason it doesn't spawn anything is because it's too close to the door. Change the spawn of it, you can actually get enemies spawning from that, but it just can't. And I will flash the recording real quick. There we go. I do want to see just how far behind these are. So I'm going to move up to the Hell Shrine. We are 1,000, 2, 1,000, 3, 1,000, 4, 1,000, 5, 1. For some reason, Twitch is delayed 5 seconds. 1,000, 2, 1,000, 3, 1,000, 4, 1,000, 5, 1,000, 6, 1,000, 7, 1,000. So that makes YouTube 12-second delay total. I don't know why there is such a delay. On them. But yeah, that's about where we're sitting. And I'm going to just straight up assume that this is going to give me, if I go turn them into Qualcomm, it's going to give me unstacked runes. Because that's going to be a pain in the booty. Pain in the booty? No. Pain in the booty. Let's see. Darn harlots. Always ruining my games. I make a joke because there's people who actually think stuff like that. I think probably the most recent thing on that kind of vein that has totally driven me bonkers as far as just how stupid it is because somebody made it's kind of in the same vein as Two Brothers, where it is a game about two characters making their way through it and they have to work together, blah blah blah. And It Takes Two is another one. But recently there was one that had two female characters, and there are people going ape shit about that. It's like, seriously? Yeah, two sisters. That never happens. Two female children born? What? No one has two female children. Dang. It just boggles my mind what people get butthurt about today. I know why they do it. And if you have no ethics, it is a very smart business play. It's just, if you have even an inkling of what is known as ethics, you probably shouldn't do it. And it's a grift. Because a certain demographic is very, very, very easily malleable to that kind of sharp-edged commentary. Because I want to be an alpha male. No. There's no such thing as that in wolves, first of all. Neither is Sigma, neither is Beta, neither is any of this. Most animal societies and human societies function on a mutual understanding about, okay, we should probably do what's best for all of us. It starts to fall apart whenever you stop caring about that. Oh, there's an Eth rune up there. I didn't even notice it. Yeah, only reason that's on my mind is because there was a whole shtick about it recently. Because of a game having the 2 female characters. And some grumblings were very, very mad. Okay, as far as how to get over there, I think we actually want to go this way. Am I a master of Diablo 2? Not anymore. I am rather mediocre at Diablo 2 these days because it's been a while since I played. I don't think I'm going to have any problems because I played like to the point where I'm muscle memorying half of this. But it's not one of those things that I need to really worry about. Okay, amulet ring, nothing there. Slightly, I don't mind this one. This would be a good, very, very low level shield. Just drop it on a paladin for level 12 to like 30. You're fine. I'm trying to think what other random tidbits I know. These guys can only revive a certain number of times. These guys are bastards. Generally speaking, if you're going to do revives, you want things like abominables, blunderbores, things that have status effects on their attacks, because even with the damage boost, you're not going to be doing that much with them. They can build up and they can do okay damage, but that you might as well just summon more skeletons. They last forever. We need to find ourselves a person who's going to burn up multiples of my town portals. Why? Because she do like it. I think that is one big flaw with the design of this one. In my opinion, if I were to design this quest today, I would 100% just put a waypoint next to her. Or at least down here in the actual river. Maybe have it formulate so that it's back behind her so you have to fight through the boss to get to it. Or, actually no, probably put it behind her and then put a boss behind her as well. You have to fight through the boss to get to the waypoint, but you have to fight from the waypoint to Anya to get her. Generally works best. I should probably summon up my stuff. I just realized that I hadn't done that in a while. I am noticing Revivey boys are not really getting back up as much as they used to. Wonder if that's just down here or if that's something they changed overall. Do I want to bother with Neolithek? Not really. All it gives me is personalization. Neolithek is... I think what I miss the most, by the way, about classic Diablo 2 is 1.09 scaling Exploding Arrow. Because that's one reason why the Enchantress in 1.09 was so much fun. Hello. Yeah, what I would have done is probably put the boss back here, had a bridge across this, and had a waypoint back there. Because as it stands, we're just sitting here. Okay, here's a town portal. It's an inconvenience. It's like a disengage point. For those of you who do game design, you're wondering what I mean by disengage point, it's where you will lose a lot of your players. I actually have a lot of disengage points in my stream as well. It's a bad habit of mine. Because I and ah and blah 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 a lot. We are going to toss that, toss that, toss that. Toss that. Fort can go. Oh, we need to stack them up like this. There you go. Here, and then we'll have Eth. We're looking okay on our stacks of runes. And yes, I do organize my runes kind of this way whenever I'm doing normal stuff. Because what I do in like normal Diablo 2 is I'll have a row of, for my mules on BattleNet, not on my single player thing, is I'll have like a clump of spot for L's, clump of spot for tiers and stuff like that. Yeah, it's just a visual queue for tiers.
Afternoon.
Low, mid, and high. The definitions differ from mine. I'm gonna have to be angry now. I'm kidding. It doesn't matter. But if you ever go on to any of like the Diablo 2 community things, like on Facebook or Reddit or anything like that, you will find people who are militant about that shit. They get so angry. Tell them Pole is a high rune,
Thank you.
and you will see people rage. In case you're curious, yes, for a short while, this was a very short while, they got degraded from being considered high runes fairly quickly, but Pole was considered a high rune for a very short period of time. Mainly due to the fact that people didn't have a lot of runes stocked up and weren't duping them and all this other stuff. And yes, probably most of the stuff you buy on those websites are duped.
You have that new.
I will see what squishy head she just gave. It's so weird to see like how things have changed over the time. Okay, so we need to blip. Blip. Personally, I consider Ort a low rune. It's common enough, but I do understand why they consider it the start of mid. Because generally speaking, these are the ones you're going to get from normal Countess. I'm wagering this will probably cut off around your limit on Nightmare Countess. If I had to take a wild guess. And high runes are going to be stuff that you have to like exclusively sit there and grind for half a year for. Zod runes are extremely annoying, by the way. I found both my Zod runes very close together. Like two Zod runes super close together and just was shocked. Oh, and yeah, what head did we get? Oh, yeah. I mean, it's got nice poison. If we were a poison necro, that would be decent enough.
Good morning.
I'm not a poison necro. I'm going to kill Pindle, but I'm not going to go down into the rest of this.
The familiar scent of death.
I don't think Glide Wrapper goes back that far, so to record it, I would actually have to do some annoying setup, but I might do that in the future. Unfortunately, it's impossible to, like, intentionally bring the bugs from 1.09 into D2R due to how the mods work and stuff, but I think it'd be hilarious to make D2R 1.09, and probably the other one would probably be... trying to think what the other big patch for me would be. 1.12 wasn't that minor either. I would probably say... yeah, D2R 1.09 would probably be a fun thing to do. Just cut out a bunch of rune words. turn off immunities. Let people... the hardest part would be getting things like the piercing on Bariza, because that's a code edit. Unguided arrow. I'm pretty sure that's a code edit. Which sucks, because that's not going to work out very well. Though people will mod pretty much anything to be what they want. Give them enough time and the motivation, mods will find a way. Yeah, imagine if they would have made it more accessible to mods and just like PD2 would have come to this. Oh. Not Mednafen. Why am I thinking Mednafen? I might be thinking Mednafen. No, that's an emulator. D2 mod starts with M. I'm not the first person to actually touch it. Median, there we go. Wow. I knew it started with an M. It's like, okay. Mednafen, that tells you kind of what I do inside. We're not going to talk about it. But I don't know how many people here would even know what Mednafen is, even in like the newer emulator scene. Yeah, I think currently trying to think if it's even really used anymore. I think RetroArch has just kind of supplanted it entirely and using its core systems. Mednafen itself is an emulator. RetroArch is more of a hub. I don't particularly like the RetroArch dev, but I mean, it's easy to use. We're about to lose our Eron Golem. Hello, Eron. Oh, we have a replacement item, so I will identify a halberd just to make a rare halberd guy. Cute. Here you go. Upgrade. Good job. Yeah, I'm not really concerned about our golems dying because I can summon them without stuff. I really do care more about our skeletons dying. I am slightly curious to try out the druid. Grab that. The druid summons as well in this. I love summoning classes. Usually they're done very, very poorly, though. I would love the ability to just tell my units to attack a specific target. Hello, friends. Oh, is there anything else interesting in Act 5 that I need to see as far as the mod goes? I don't think the mod's going to have anything I particularly care about in Act 5. We're probably going to see some differences at... If I had to guess, they'd probably change the Ancients. Considering they've added lieutenants and stuff to most of the super uniques, I wouldn't be surprised if we get more than just the 3 guys up on Ariate Summit. This is just dead end? No, it's the waypoint. Sweet! You don't think there's any big changes in Act 5? Okay. I mean, all the bosses so far have been dropping like the minions, so. It's more like the other acts were brought into line with Act 5. Now we're just looking for the stairs. Because from here on out, quest-wise, it's literally, you can do Neelathak, and then it's Ancients. There is a lot of dead space in this act. Because we've got Glacial Trail, then Frozen Tundra, then Ancient's Way. So we got basically 3 areas between us and Progressa. Boss lieutenants. Bail lieutenants. Oh no. That would be kind of funky. Okay, identify you. This is literally just run across. I'm not even going to slow down in this place unless I see the waypoint. This is just teleporting bastard hell on normal. So leave them down there. They can come up here. Yeah, this area is just never fun for me. Probably gonna lose all of our mages. Wouldn't be surprised if we lose at least one of our golems. We might lose the fire golem as well. Hi guys, bye guys. Yeah, such a wasted area. I think probably the biggest reason it feels like super wasted is because places like Abaddon and things like that are not particularly nice. So you don't really even have any motivation to come and do the, say, side areas in these even. Throw a good boss in there. Throw like something that drops better than normal and people would be all over it. Yeah, give us an Ort rune. I mean, not an Ort rune, a Soul rune, and we will be pretty much all over a lore helmet at the moment. +1 all skills would be very nice. Well, I'll be damned. You guys decided to be a bit of jerks. I do want the waypoint just in case I get derped by something. But I don't think it's going to be super important. I don't think there's a really high likelihood of us getting completely trounced by the Ancients. But better safe than sorry. Oh. I don't think there's any in it. I can look real quick. But yeah, I don't think there are. Why is this? There we go. It's Diablo Immortal. There we are. Shank do. Don't think there are. Snap Chip is in the Icy Cellar, but that's the only thing that's even close. That's in here. I think they removed the ones from the red portals. Oh, there's a bug. Okay, go ahead. Do they summon beetles? I really am afraid. Is it going to mean I'm going to have to kill them without my summons? Am I going to have to respec for this? If all they do is not give me XP, I'm fine. But Yeah, if it's some... You die, TP out, reset the ancient fight. You have to save and exit to reset them? Okay. At least the map stays the same. So all I've got to do is not lose. Is what you're saying. Just don't die. Get good, scrub. So what you're saying is if I have a skill issue, I'm going to suffer. Okay, let's go ahead and just find the way up first. I'll run past everything. We're probably not going to be keeping all of our skeletons because they're going to get trounced. That's not it. Although it could be down here the side. Well, that's a lot of enemies. Hi, guys. My minions will get here eventually. It's fine. We got another mall. I doubt they made 2 set malls. Okay, we need Golem 1. That's fine. There we go. More bodies. We lost everything on the way, but I mean, it just comes back. It grows back. We're fine. What is there a boss in there? No. Why are you guys crumpling so fast? In case I decide to P8 YOLO from them. I think there's only one. Yeah, I'll just see which one has a better roll if it actually has variable rolls. It's kind of what I do with IK Mall. Except IK Mall, I usually keep like 2 or 3 of them. That way I can use them on a druid, a barbarian, and a paladin. Maybe I should have invested a little bit into the golems. Used to them getting benefits from just going down the list. We're going to be fine. I'm just going to have to summon trash. And I might actually have to buy potions. Alzorath buying potions? What? Fun fact, even at high level play, unless I'm running very specific builds, it's not uncommon for me to just summon, not summon, buy a bunch of just healing and mana potions. I don't tend to run a lot in the way of... Yeah, those guys aren't going to have corpses, by the way. And not someone... There you go. Yeah, I tend not to use a lot of full rejuves. It's just a matter of they don't tend to really do much for me. And this is going to be down where... What's his face is? The one super unique on this path. But yeah, full rejuves, nice to have, but not super vital. Where are those stairs? They can't spawn in the middle. That entire top path is null. Gotta be down here somewhere. Yeah, you can never get the stairs to the next level on these anywhere except for on the edges. For these ice caverns, just due to how the door forms. It needs an edge room. And we get double mana recharge shrines. I doubt they stack. Okay, clay golem. I am going to stock up on potions. Mostly mana potions, but we'll get life back up as well. Now you have me nervous. I'm gonna like just derp. Okay, grab that. Let's go get our stuff set up. I'm glad they didn't move the town portals down here. That is one thing that annoys me in some versions of mods, is they'll move the portal down by the waypoint. Which, yeah, it makes things a lot faster and a lot smoother and all that fun jazz. But you end up in a situation where you have click overlap, which sucks. That can go away. That can go away. That can go away. Those can go away. That's good money. Let's go ahead and move all of our money. $773,000 in normal. Those are going to get dropped on the ground. Going to condense that. No money in there. That's good. We need just a couple thousand for getting our potions.
Good afternoon.
I'm really curious how they made it so that when you click on it, it does the double click. It's like it's an auto buy. But chances are we will just beat normal and go to like maybe start Nightmare a little bit, but it's not going to be a super long stream today. Oh no, the door closed behind me. Whatever will I do? Do I bother? We'll save that one. I think we're ready. You're Madoc. Yeah, I love how Madoc is running from our swarm. And these two guys are going to take a little bit longer just because they're tankier. I'm so afraid. Hell difficulty is a whole different beast. Nightmare, I'm not too terrified by. There he goes, and now everybody's going to gang up on Corlick, and Corlick is going to regret life, and we'll be fine. Didn't even need to bring these with, because I was expecting the Iron Golem to die at least. Okay, more skeleton mastery. Thank you. That's Ancients done. Yeah, pretty much the only quest that I absolutely refuse to do is freaking Neolithak. Unless it's for a very specific playthrough reason, like we're doing 100% quests. It's not even that he's hard, he's just an annoying navigation thing. Only reason to really go to him is in hell difficulty for keys. Ooh, a crown. Is that 2-socket? We can be King Necro. It is 2-socket. If we get Soul Rune, I can make Ort Soul in it, and we can be King Necro. Because it is, I think it's already raining. I can double check. Either that or the air conditioner is being loud. Yeah, it's sprinkling. Oh, hi. Yes, Bale, laugh at me. I stopped moving for a split second. I don't even know what you did, because I wasn't even looking at the screen. Take the War Scepters for money. Realize we went the wrong way. Realize that's worth nothing. Quilted armor set. Da 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 da. I already smelled what that one was from a mile away. I actually like Archer set. It's not the strongest set ever. It's not Tal Rashas or Trangles or IK where it can be used to beat the game. But it is a nice low-level set. It gets overshadowed by Saigons, which is always a shame. Kind of like how Sazabi's gets overshadowed a lot as well. For a while there, people were all up in the Sazabi swords. Because I don't remember who it was that actually covered it. Was it Dabrunski or was it Llama? Covered something about the Sazabi swords and the Act 5 mercenaries. It's always been a decent enough set. It just has never been the best, so nobody ever talked about it or used it. This is a dead end. I should do it for the XP, but I'm not gonna. I did it for the level up. Are we getting the upgraded look yet? Looks like we have. Because we've gone from horns to helmets. We want the waypoint because I'm probably going to kill Bale a few times. Okay, Sazabis was so fun to put on a budget Act 5 Merc, especially for FOH Den. Putting Sazabis and Lawbringer on the Merc was great. But yeah, Sazabi's swords are just in general nice little weapons. Sazabi's helm is a good lore alternative. You have the armor, which is the armor. I actually don't remember too much about the armor. It's blue. I think it was the main reason I ever used it, but still. And Telling of Beads is a decent enough amulet. It's one of those sets it's not gonna win the best in slot for anybody award, but it's good. Griswold's Edge, an ethereal Grizz Edge, is actually really good as well. Is it? No, it's not Griswold's Edge. It is. Oh, it's one up from it. Headbreaker, Head Smasher, whatever it was called. Tell me that I have forgotten names of like second tier gear. A lot of that stuff, the reason why I do forget it a lot, like I will remember elite uniques and I will remember things that were like best in class, and I will remember things that I used a lot back in like classic D2 before LOD released. But for some reason, there's like that gap in there where I will forget the name of a lot of bows and a lot of weapons and armors and stuff like that that got added kind of in the mid-range. Like, the only reason I remember War Shrike is because I have a weird build that uses it. And Lacerator, I remember because I actually hate it. It is a great weapon. It is exceptional. I just hate that. Oh, why are you dying? Please, Aunt Lisa, come back. Oh, nope, she died. Oh, she died. She hadn't died for a while. She survived boss fights. What is she dying to in here? But yeah, I do forget a lot of the mid tiers. Oh, I need money. Give me the money. Resurrect my friend. What level is she? She's actually keeping up. Oh yeah, because we've gotten her past 25. Doip. Forgot to check which one of these was better. That's going to be 179 versus 198. Wrathbite can just go bite me. Are we going to have enough room to store everything? God, no. Oh, yeah, I don't have enough to do repairs. We can sell that. I don't really like the look of a crown anyway. We're not going to be King Necro. I do need a better belt. We have not been getting good belt options. We have Hasaru's and a magic belt.
I knew.
One thing I am amazed by is how accurately the D2 mod for Grim Dawn is actually able to replicate some of these areas. Okay, I'm gonna go left. I'm gonna go up. See that little crook in the wall, and it's like, that reduces the chances that it's gonna spawn that way. In fact, I think the chances are 0. Now we're gonna lose a lot of our summons here to the Death Lords. Once they start frenzying, they're mean. They do kill themselves relatively quickly with it, but also do a shit ton of damage. And as long as they do enough damage before they die, we will lose units. Trying to think what RPG I actually want to cover next, by the way. There's a couple in the pipeline. One of them I can't stream, so I can't do that one on stream. I haven't gotten a key for it yet, but there's a RPG that's kind of a chill one where you grow stuff that I'm on the press list for, according to them. I don't necessarily guarantee I'll get a key, but they said they would add me to the list to get a key whenever they got some, which means there's about a 60% chance I'll get it. Because usually that means, okay, you're not on their, like, we must have you cover this game list. But if we have some extra, we'll give it to you. 60% of the time works every time. I don't think, and despite the fact that I really, really want to cover it, I don't think I'm going to get an Expedition 33 key. Which makes me sad, because that's actually one of the RPGs I've been looking forward to for a while. I thought I had a good relationship with some of the people at Kepler, but don't think. Yeah, that is it. Okay. But that is also a very high-profile game. I know a few people that already have it. So, yeah, my chances of getting that one are pretty much nil. I'll have to buy it myself. I will have to go see my friends' footage of it and see if they like it before I actually get it myself. Expedition 33 is the one I'm looking forward to. I don't know if I can reveal the other one that I might be getting a press key for. I've covered a few Kepler games, and they usually, the publisher usually is pretty good at choosing developers to pick up the game from. Because I haven't covered a Kepler game that I didn't at least like on some level. And I know I probably shouldn't be like calling out publishers and stuff like that by name for good or bad, but it's transparency. It's not against the rules, it's just... Yeah, Expedition 33. I forget the little before the colon part of it. If you just search Expedition 33, it should show up though. It's kind of like Final Fantasy with Persona style. And we're talking turn-based Final Fantasy. I love the menu animations for combat in it. And it looks like it's going to be a okay length one, but not like overwhelming in length. Just by the story premise, I don't see that being something that's like 1,200 hours. And you have to grind everything, like a Disgaea game. I love Disgaea, but Jesus, is that grind. I could cover like 7 games the amount of time it would take me to cover a single Disgaea game. Yeah, there's a few games I'm looking forward to. There's a few games that I've been contacted about that I really think, okay, that would be fun to cover. It's generally speaking, whenever you're doing stuff like this, it does fall into a number of various categories for, is that great? Is it okay looking? Would it fit the channel? Is it something that I would have fun with? All kinds of things like that go into the consideration as to whether I'm going to cover that game. And I will make exceptions. Like, there are games I will cover that won't do well on the channel, but I will cover them because it's something that I'm really going to enjoy and that I would love promoting the crap out of. There are other games that I cover where I was like really looking forward to it, and then it turns out to be absolute shit. And I will bash the crap out of those games because you got my hopes up. Trying to think of probably what the most recent one that got my hopes up and made me just hate the game was. We're gonna lose some of our skeletons. Oh, there's a plated belt. And clay golem. Ta-da! That was only mildly rough. Yeah, I like a good RPG. I like turn-based RPGs. I like action RPGs. Let me see. What is one that recently really just like salted my earth? That is not the window I wanted open. That's this one. Yeah, Expedition 33. I'm looking forward to it. Even if it's just a mediocre RPG, it's going to be fine. I think the last one that Lisfanga is probably the one that I really just... I'm glad I covered it. I wasn't super happy with it. And that probably does not get caught by
So this is what
closed captioning very well. Lysfanga was the name of it. Oh, you got lieutenants. Bale's hand. Are you the left hand or the right hand? This might be arduous. Yeah. Because we have him already spawning the clones. Come back off just a little bit. And reassess. Do I respec just for him? I can. It's cheap. You know what? Let's do that. There we go. We have all of our equip up. We are just going to respec just for him. Question is, do I want poison or do I want just magic? I'll just do magic. Curses, I don't need any. Summoning, I'm going to get a golem. $30 spell points to mess around with. Bone wall, I don't really care that much about, really. Oh, we can only take that. Oh, because we're level 36, Thwaip. Yeah, that should keep its damage going up. Hey, Daladon, how's it going? We're just now about to beat Ball. Boo! And then we'll be swapping back to what we had before. I do like that respecking is super easy to do in this. It's a little bit cheesy, but at the same time. Oh, I forgot to... There we go.
Not enough mana.
Oh, I forgot to bump my mana up. Well, we're going to lose our minion. There we go. There, now we have mana. Cheese mode! There's the one clone down. And here's the big guy. Don't you run away from me, bitch. How's it going, Daladon? Oh, so you're needing good streams? Oh. Oh, is everything terrorized in this?
Bale never doubt my skills.
Wait a minute. Everything seems to be terrorized. It's terrorized by act. Okay. And you twisted your... I'm sorry to hear you twisted your ankle. I did that while mowing the lawn recently. Sorry to hear that. So I feel your pain. It's also, I only did it because there's like... The ground is sinking in. So now we can respec again. That is a huge list over there.
If
The destruction. Afternoon.
Do we just stick with bone for a while? I can. I mean, I'm not opposed to it. Are we doing on life? Absolutely awful on life.
afternoon.
And we got ethereal version of what she's wearing. Got Pirate's Faith. I mean, it kind of works for us. Nyeh. My helmet is invisible, but you can see my head. That's just, yeah. Oh, no, that's a new one. You should be doing prep for tomorrow, but you need rest. That's what I'm doing after stream. Is I'm doing prep for tomorrow. I don't even know if everybody's going to be available tomorrow. That vendor price reduction on that, yeah, that is actually 5%. That's not the best ever, but it works. We can use it with, where is it? That. Oh wait, it's not that. Where is it? There it is. That. Got find item charges, which are nice. Magic find on, it's not bad. If we could use that on an Act 2 mercenary, actually. But we now have a ethereal and non-ethereal Gemini coat. Gave her shattering blow. Do we actually want to swap her back to this?
I'll put that to good use. I'll put that to good use. I'll put that to good use.
So put that to good use. There, we now have an ethereal unique. That can go away. And those can be sold.
Afternoon. The ancient.
The ancients themselves have blessed you. Well, sure. That they did there. Okay. Lore Masters. Hey! Experience gain. I wonder if that applies to mercenaries as well. Good for catching them up if it did. I'm always bothered by how helmets look whenever you've got the fade on. Did I spec myself out properly? God, no. Go do cows. Cows without corpse explosion. That's how we roll here. Yeah, they don't have drops. Man, my brain just went like, oh, I should go check that for a drop. Nope. Okay, over to get nonsense. Get rid of you, get rid of you. I love bullying these guys whenever you come back through a difficulty to get the leg. Because usually by the time you get to the end of a difficulty, it's so easy. By the power of Condom Hat. Well, we've graduated past Condom Hat. We're now Metal Condom Hat. We are Chastity Belt Hat. Okay, so I need a town portal scroll book.
Welcome back.
Although I think I'm going to have to leave and re-enter the game. Might as well just get... Oh, God. We look gloomy. No TP tome needed now? Okay. Yoink. It's so bright. I can spell my mana from here. I can smell my mana. There we go. Oh, look, Cow King. And he drops milk. Small shield. We got a jewel. I really care about clearing the rest of it, but I wanted to kill the Cow King. That is generally the best goal in life. Going through here with the teeth would probably be better, like the upgraded teeth. Just because I don't have to line them up for that, but still. One nice thing, I like Bone Wall. So I can do this, and it will pull them in from, like, every screen. And make it really easy to do this. You can't do that with Bone Prison because Bone Prison has to be cast on something. And I am glad I didn't try the get 2 skill points per level one. I think that would have felt cheaty. We're plenty strong as it is. Maybe by the time we get to hell, the mod will kick me in my teeth for saying that, but for now, it doesn't seem to be a problem. And we could go to Nightmare and get a 4-socket weapon and get some insight going.
Not enough mana.
That might be my goal for next stream, is to get an insight up and running. So you don't have to worry about running out of mana constantly. But
Not enough mana.
let's go to Nightmare. Does she have piercing? You have piercing. No, you were just firing fast. Okay. Let's go to Nightmare. The 2 points per level just makes it easy mode. And I know you get more stat points with that mod as well. Nightmare mode. We get rid of all of our maps.
Good day.
I forget if Diablo 2 Resurrected has the seeded mode. Yeah, 8 stat points per level. Let's see. Does everything still die to 1 bone spear? Probably.
All who
I mean, we are level 37.
beware.
If I can hit the broadside of a barn, it do. But on that note, I think I would like to go for the full 4 hours, but it's gonna start storming soon. Well, soon-ish. Within the next couple hours. I need to get some work done, because I'm actually behind. But give a follow and all that fun jazz, and you'll get notified whenever I stream again. Except for on the YouTube end, it doesn't seem to notify people very much, I don't think. Because I'm already releasing videos, and those tend to win out. So keep gaming, have fun, peace out. This has been Alzorath, and I will see you guys next time. Bye. Oh, and should I raid you into anybody? Do you want to be raided?